What is up, you beautiful people? Welcome back to the Jordan Davis Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Davis, and on today's episode, not just any kind of podcast, but it's going to be a second episode, number 2, of movies that I think are awesome. In this week's movie I'm going to be talking about is Ghostbusters. Now, I did some research on Ghostbusters because I really wanted to get into the movie, really go in depth, really remind myself why I think Ghostbusters is so awesome. And there's really so many things that you can think of and talk about why it is so awesome, because that movie is such a well-made movie with the score, the music, the script, the storytelling, really centered around these 4 characters, and it really is one of those great movies that doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. It's really, you can just sit down and enjoy that movie. You could be very young, or you could be very old, or you could be in the middle. You're going to love this movie. And so I really wanted to talk about why I think Ghostbusters is awesome. But before we get into that, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to my videos, I talk about DC, Marvel, Star Wars, tons of blockbuster movies, trailers. I talk about trailers and all of that. I really just discussed about movies. And I just like to really show my love for movies. So, if you like that kind of thing, and you like this kind of video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell at the bottom so you know when all my videos are released, so you can watch them right away. So, now that we got that business taken care of, let's get into, why I think Ghostbusters is awesome. So, like I said, I watched it last night, and I think for me, it really starts, you really get a real sense of this movie and how great this movie is going to be right in the beginning. Obviously, they play in the beginning the Ghostbusters theme, who you're called, Ghostbusters. And that in alone is epic. It's just fantastic. It's iconic. Because it doesn't matter. You can always, hum it in your head. You're always going to be singing that song in your head. It's going to be stuck in there for like a really long time. And to be honest with you, that's one of the songs I don't mind singing all the time. And it's really amazing. But really after that, you really get into the movie. The music and the score. I forgot who did the score. I should have looked that up. But how they really introduce us, the score, it's really suspenseful. It's kind of creepy because when I first saw Ghostbusters, I was about 5 or 6, and that was really creeping me out because I always fast forward from the beginning because I can't watch it, and it creeps me out too much. The music creeps me out so much, so I have to fast forward. Like, I can't deal with that. No, I just can't. But now that I'm older, like, now I dig it. Now I like it. Now I like the suspense of it. I like the creepiness of it, the mystery of it, and I love how, it's all shot, following the librarian and really making that librarian freak out. And I think it's just a wonderful opening to me. And so, yeah, one of the many movie opening scenes I could watch repeatedly a lot. Now, if you're talking about 5-6-year-old me, no way, no how, don't even make me watch that. Fast forward as much as you can. But yeah, that really opening sequence is really a great starter of this movie, and really, really the one reason, well, I wouldn't say one reason, but the big reason why I like this movie so much, because Peter Venkman. Let's be honest, Bill Murray is terrific in this movie. He's awesome. I mean, I think I said this one time on Twitter. Peter Venkman is pretty much one of the greatest cinematic characters that has ever appeared in a movie, because I truly adore Peter Venkman. He is, if there was anyone who would be me, Peter Venkman is like, his personality is totally me. And I love him. I love him throughout this whole movie. He is the kind of not as nerdy scientist, but he has he tries to be cool. He tries to pick up women. He tries to flirt with women, and I just think Peter Venkman fits Bill Murray terrifically. I really do. And I think that was pretty much the first movie I ever saw Bill Murray in, and immediately I like, oh my gosh, he is so cool. So if I could, I was like, can I be a Ghostbuster? Can I be like Peter Venkman? It was either that or Indiana Jones. So, rewatching this movie really make it known, like, Peter Venkman is my dude. You know what I'm saying? He's my dude, and I could just watch the movie on him alone. And obviously the funniness of Peter Venkman and Sigourney Weaver's character is it's pretty funny, the banter and how he's just trying to just go on a date with her, but all these things keeps getting in the way, and I just think their chemistry was pretty cool. And of course, you cannot forget about Dan Aykroyd and all the other Ghostbusters. They really make a good cohesive kind of group, and I think it was written really well. And it's hard to find, I think nowadays, these movies, to find a really great kind of concept like the Ghostbusters. And even though they're going to make Ghostbusters Afterlife, and they're pretty much going to have the cast returning, and as you see in the trailers I guess they showed like a teaser trailer like a year ago. It was like long ago. Let's be real, it was really long ago. But I think that movie will capture what was so great about Ghostbusters. And hopefully they have like really great scenes that can be compared to the Ghostbusters. And obviously, you have so many great moments, so many great lines from Peter Venkman, from Dan Aykroyd, like when I'm still laughing now, when Peter Venkman says when you have the green monster in the hotel, and the green monster runs or floats towards him, and he screams, and we see the aftermath of that, and he says, "He slimed me." I still laugh after just thinking about that, and when I first saw that scene, it was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. And so, yeah, and obviously, the one scene that everyone thinks about when they think of Ghostbusters, maybe it's just me, I don't know, tell me in the comments what is your favorite scene in the Ghostbusters movie, the first one. The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. How can something be so cute and terrifying at the same time? And I forget how exactly they did it, but it holds up pretty good. Obviously, there is some CGI that just sticks out like a sore thumb. It doesn't look good. But to be perfectly honest with you, it was in the 70s. What do you expect? And so like there was some good there was some good stuff with CGI special effects. And it's gonna be interesting how much the special effects will change Ghostbusters Afterlife, since it's being released now, and with the technology what it is, just be really cool how different that would be. So I can't wait for that, to see that aspect of Ghostbusters Afterlife. But going back to really the Ghostbusters, that moment, I always go back to that moment. It's just one of the craziest things and funniest things. I always go back to Ghostbusters. Like, you have to go back to that scene, because no one would ever think about a destroyer being made out of marshmallows, right? I mean, it's so crazy, right? I've never seen something use like a marshmallow, a destroyer made out of marshmallows. You would never see that in any kind of movie, but you would see that in Ghostbusters, and that's what makes it so cool. It's so original. It's so new, something you've never seen before, and I think that what makes it so special. It's original. It's an original story. It's something that you wouldn't have seen. And I don't think the group of the characters of the Ghostbusters, I really don't think it could have been anyone else, because that's how good it was cast. The director hit it out of the park. And what's really interesting, I'm really interested to see, because the director that directed Ghostbusters, his son will be directing Ghostbusters Afterlife. So that's going to be a very interesting scene, how that's going to go, because what we hear from the person that directed Ghostbusters said it really captures what was so special about the first movie when we all see Ghostbusters Afterlife. And hey, that makes me excited. It really does, to see a Ghostbusters movie have the same kind of spirit, the same kind of tone that the first one had. If you can do that with Afterlife, Ghostbusters Afterlife, I am in. I can't wait to see that movie then. And so I think that should be really exciting to see. And so really, just talking about this movie, really my review of it and what I think is so awesome about it is the cast. Peter Venkman is pretty much one of my all-time favorite characters in movies. I think the score is just terrific. Throughout the whole movie, the score is phenomenal, I would say. And it's funny, not many people really talk about the Ghostbusters score when they talk about scores. And I think they should talk about it, because the music is so good. Because I think it should be up there, like with the Star Wars, just the Marvel movies with scores. Lord of the Rings up there, because it's just the score, in my opinion, is just so good. Maybe that's just me, but I think really the music really stands out. And like I said, just the cast, really showing that, you know, really great, you know, what would I say? Kind of great chemistry. That's what I was trying to get to. Chemistry, and it really shows. And now I don't like the second one as much because it has some problems with me. But I even in the second one the chemistry is pretty good. And so the cast that is together is just terrific. The storytelling is terrific. The writing is terrific. Has great moments. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man is pretty much an iconic moment in this movie, in cinema history. And just being a Marshmallow Man that is a destroyer. Gets me every time. But yeah, and to really say why this is awesome, great score, great character moments, great chemistry with the Ghostbusters. Peter Venkman is the standout for me. Bill Murray is the standout for me. And so if you haven't seen this movie in a while, you know, look back and watch Ghostbusters again. Tell me what you think. Does it still hold up for you? Does your opinion change in any way? Or does this movie, rewatching it, make it better for you? I would really love to know your opinions about Ghostbusters. And really, what is your excitement for Ghostbusters Afterlife, since that's going to come out soon? I would love to know, because I'm pretty excited after watching this movie. I think I'm just getting even more hyped to see the new version of the Ghostbusters. And so, yeah, to really end this review, like I said, it still holds up. This movie still holds up, and I think it will always hold up because of the talent, you know, behind the camera and in front of the camera, and just how great the chemistry is, the story is, and the comedic moments that is filled throughout this movie. So, that is my review of Ghostbusters, a reason why Ghostbusters is awesome. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, end of the review. And just before I go, tell me why you love Ghostbusters. Tell me if you watched it recently. What do you think about it? What is your favorite character in Ghostbusters? What's your favorite moment in Ghostbusters? I would love to know in the comments below. And yeah, I would love to hear from all of you. So yeah, and make sure you also like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And hit the notification bell at the bottom so you know when all my videos come out and you can watch it immediately. So yeah, so until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.